Stay a little while longer. Listen to the fun interview I've got lined up with my good friend Jared Barrick. He is the USAG Humphreys Family and MWR, CYSS, that's Child, Youth, and School Services, Youth Services Director. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me
I should
here.
probably turn your mic on. That probably helps, right? But thanks so much for being here.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. What's first on the agenda? Zeckler Fitness Days. Is this encompassing a lot of different events? Is this one specific day? What's that all about?
Well, Zeckler Fitness Day is something we conceived about a month or so ago, where we do it every Saturday.
Okay.
So we're giving the youth an opportunity. They came to us and said that we don't have enough exercise.
The youth did?
The youth came
to us. They picketed, they had signs, and they're like, we want events. We want events.
They didn't have to go that far. They just had to ask, and we took care of them.
Sure.
But absolutely, it's something that they wanted to do, and that's what we do at the youth centers. We always want to hear what the kids want.
Absolutely.
We can put things on paper. We can say, hey, do this, do this. They don't
At
show
the end
up
of the
for
day,
it.
it's for the people that you serve, right?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Absolutely. So what type of days are we talking?
We're looking at every Saturday from 2 to 10 p.m. We're at the Zeckler Fitness Center, and we're giving youth an opportunity to come in. We have basketball challenge courts. We're offering clinics for racquetball, introductory weightlifting, and we're starting up a female fit club where the young ladies can come in and get. We have one of our staff members going to instruct them in proper exercise techniques. And
so they become big and beefy and muscular?
Well, if that's their goal, we'll try to tailor a program for them. But again, we'll talk to them first and see what their goal is.
What's usually the biggest thing that you maybe get a request for, a type of event that they want? Is there something that comes to mind?
Well, they're always looking for the basketball games.
Basketball?
Yes, dances. We had a big dance last week for Valentine's Day. That was a big turnout.
Like dance as in like...
We go get a DJ, we decorate the gym, we give them some pizza.
So not like choreographed like dance or like tap dancing.
No, but that's stuff we're looking into as well, and it'll great let them hear. We're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely.
Somebody who wants to instruct youth in some programs like that, or they have a special talent they'd like to share. They could get in contact with me at the youth center at 753-5614.
I know I'm looking at the list right now, the introductory weightlifting program. That's separate from the intro to weightlifting program that I've heard. This one's more specifically for kids?
Just for kids. It's basically an introduction, how to use the machines properly. Most of the kids coming in here maybe the first time.
That's very important because I don't know about you, but you go to the gym and you see grown adults that sometimes you look at them and you're like, I don't think they know how to use that.
No, they're just waiting for an injury. So that's our job. Our job is to show them how to do it right, how to do it properly so they don't get hurt and they're doing it the right way.
I completely agree. So is this something that any child on post can get involved with? Is this for specific children or what's that all about?
Anybody can register. They have to be registered with CYSS in grades 6 through 12. And once they get registered with the Youth Center at Camp Humphreys, then they're eligible for all the programs and all the things that we offer.
Okay, but if they're not registered, it's kind of a no-go pretty much.
Exactly. The registration is free, and it's only about a 2 or 3 page paperwork. I just need emergency contacts and things if they get hurt or I need information to help them out. No money, just fill out a piece of paper, so it's very simple.
Sounds like a pretty simple process, so if you're trying to think of an excuse not to sign your children up for something like there really isn't anything else you want to mention about the fitness days that we might have missed? Just
don't forget about it. Every Saturday is 2 to 10. Come on out there. We don't lock the doors early. We open up right on time. You don't have to be there at 2 o'clock. You want to come at 3, 6, 7:52, no care. Come on out.
That's a very specific time.
Hey,
thank you so much, Jared. We'll take a little break here. There's lots more to talk about, different events coming up, field trips, and that YCTV. I'm very excited to talk about that as well. Jared Barrick is in the studio with me. He's the USAG Humphreys Family and MWR CYSS Youth Service Director. Also holds the Guinness World Record for longest title ever.
I need a bigger name tag.
A bigger name tag. We're going to need a bigger boat. But thanks so much for being here. What's on the agenda? I know we've already talked about the Zeckler Fitness Days over at Camp Humphreys, but what's next?
Well, I want to talk a little bit about field trips we do at the Youth Center. We try to get the youth off post, and we do it every month. Next one coming up is on Saturday, March 29th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be going to the COEX Mall in Seoul.
I've heard about the COEX Mall, and I'm trying to decide if I've been there or not. I've been to a lot of the AK plazas. Is that completely different from something like a COEX Mall?
Completely different from COEX Mall.
What's the COEX Mall?
COEX Mall is the largest underground shopping mall in Seoul, in Korea.
What does COEX stand for?
Again, you stumped me on another question. You're doing good today.
Loy 1, Varric 0.
But I can tell you what's there at the COEX Mall.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, they got the largest aquarium, so the kids are excited to go hit up the aquarium, see what's going on, and of course, tons of shopping, arcades, and food courts, which teenagers love.
And the fact that it's underground, I think, is really cool because it's not something we really have a whole lot of back in the States. I can think of maybe like the Mall of America. They've got their aquarium underground. That's as far as I can think of.
Yeah, no, I don't know of any of them either come from Michigan.
There you go.
And then another opportunity for this one being underground is we're taking this field trip as a learning tool for the youth to utilize public transportation.
Absolutely.
We are going to take them from the shuttle bus to Camp Humphreys to the public bus off post to the train station to the subway, the co-ex
And then you
mall.
can take your 7-year-old and say, go explore Korea
You're on
by
your
yourself.
own. You know how to do it
Well,
now.
not necessarily, but it's important to know how to get around.
It is, and it's a great tool for the youth to have living here because there's so much they can do. So many easy ways to explore Korea. So we're giving them the opportunity to come with us in a supervised environment, show them the ropes, show them how to get around and how much fun they can have. They just get off post. So
Absolutely. I
that's
think
the goal.
just speaking from someone from the States, of course, like most places you drive everywhere, unless
Absolutely.
maybe you're really in an urban environment, then you'd be taking public transportation. But I think it's safe to say most Americans, they're just used to driving their car, but
Exactly.
not necessarily getting on that subway or train and then looking at if you see the picture of the colored lines and everything, for someone who has no idea what they're doing, they're like, blink, blink.
Yeah. It's very confusing the first time, but I'll be honest with you, once you do it one time through,
Exactly.
it's so easy.
It's so true.
So for us to give the youth the opportunity to come and do it with us, we could show them around, hand holding without holding their hands. It's a great chance for them to learn a new skill.
So besides the co-ex mall, what other type of field trips do you guys have lined up?
We do field trips every month. We generally do it on the last Saturday of every month. We do a big trip. But one of our big goals is to get the kids off post. We have a pretty small building where we're at.
Okay.
And there's so many opportunities in Korea that we just want to give these youth the opportunity to go and do things. We got spring break trips coming up. Spring break's going to be the week of April 7th through 11th.
Any specific agendas for spring break?
Yes,
are they
sir.
going down to Busan and laying out and getting the rays? Or
Oh, no, not that far. Not that far. We're not there yet.
Yeah,
But we
okay.
are going to try to take them to Everland on April 9th.
Nice. Have you
Yeah.
been there yet?
I have been there.
It's
That was
pretty
one of the
great,
first
isn't
trips
it?
we took with,
It's a lot of fun.
It is, and that's one of the big popular ones. So we'll get a big turnout for that. And we're going to try to take them over to a baseball game in Seoul on Friday, April
Have you
11th.
done that yet?
I have not done that yet.
I have done that,
Yes.
and I'm telling you, it is so much fun. I love baseball to begin with, but you go there, it's kind of like baseball, no pun intended, on steroids. No pun
Okay,
intended.
I
Like
gotcha.
literally, you go there, and it's just the excitement level is just threefold. They have the home team sit on one side. No joke, of the stadium, and then the away team is on the other half of the stadium. So you're pretty much sequestered there to both sides. So during one half inning, one side of the stadium goes crazy, and the other one's just like
Quiet.
completely quiet. And then they do something called the slow wave.
I've seen a slow wave.
Oh, you
before.
have?
It's like a slow motion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
well-
do that. We do that at Comerica Park, Detroit.
Oh, well,
There
maybe
you go.
just the
Give a
stadiums
shout out.
I've been to has never seen the slow wave. But regardless, it is a very cool thing to see. And then they've got their cheerleaders and MC on the top of the dugouts. And they do specific chants and songs and dances. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope so. I've heard a lot of good things, just like you said. People talk it up a lot, so it'll be a good opportunity to take the kids out there and see, how much fun it is.
Absolutely. So if you want to get involved with these youth center field trips, you do have to be CYSS registered.
Yes, sir.
So maybe someone's joining us a little bit late. How do they go about doing that?
They can call 753-3413.
And like you
that's
said,
our-
it is free.
It is free. That phone number is for our Parents Central office. Just call that phone number to make an appointment to come in, fill up some paperwork so I have some emergency contact information on
Absolutely.
the youth, and you're
Safety
welcome
first.
in the door. Safety first.
Safety first. We'll definitely do that. We'll take another little break here when we come back. More stuff to talk about. Month of the Military, child lock-in. I remember lock-ins from a kid. Those are a lot of fun. And then YCTV, Youth Center Television. I'm very excited to talk about that. But first, take a little break. Got more music on the way. If you're joining us a little late, Jared Barrick, he's the USAG Humphreys Family MWR CYSSSSSS Youth Services Director.
Throw another S on there.
Oh, okay. Throw another S on the
Why not?
fire.
Why not?
Why not? Well, thanks so much for being here. If you missed it, if you are joining us a little bit late, talking about Zeckler Fitness Days, lots of different events for the youth to get involved with. Also, the Youth Center field trips, COEX Mall, different things for spring break as well. But what I want to talk about right now is the Month of the Military Child Lock-In. This is for really bad children. No, it's not that at all. What is it? What is
That's
the lock-in?
the exact opposite
Okay,
of
good.
really bad
Good,
children.
good,
This is
good.
a celebration for our military children.
Absolutely.
The April is a celebration, for the military child. And one thing that we do annually for teenagers is a lock-in. And I think we were talking earlier about
Sure.
you're familiar with lock-ins.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the gym, we're playing games.
My dad was in the Air Force when I was younger, and I did this exact thing, and it was a lot of fun because you don't do it very often.
No, that's right, and it is a lot of fun. And it's a great opportunity for the kids to get out of the house, spend the night, stay up all night, have a good time.
You don't get to do that every day, especially if you're of a certain age. You're like, woo,
Yeah.
get to stay up forever, and then they take
Hey.
tons of candy, and then they
Right.
crash because they realize it's not as easy as it looks,
Yeah, it makes for a rough next day, but they'll have
Exactly.
fun the night that they're with us.
In moderation, right? Everything's good in moderation.
Absolutely. But we got a lot of fun things planned for them. You know, we got the basketball games going on. We'll have video games. We'll have competitions. The thing with the Month of the Military Child is it's a joint effort with the Air Force, with the Navy. It's a global initiative where they're asking all bases, garrisons to put on this lock-in on the same weekend. So they'll be offering different competitions and prizes based on attendance numbers, kids who
So you're kind of competing against other installations all over the world?
Yes, sir. And they're going to be giving us points for
that's so cool.
for the competitions that we complete. So we're going to be filming them. We're going to be putting them on the website.
I mean, that's a pretty good incentive. I mean, there's a competitive edge in all of us, but you can go to this lock-in and do lots of different activities and think, hey, maybe we did better than... Ramstein Air Force Base, Germany. You never know.
That's exactly the logic behind it. Just bringing everybody together for a good, fun, spirited competition. Try to earn more points to the next base.
Absolutely.
Camp Humphreys is a good name out there.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So if someone just joined us, what's the exact date and time and location for that?
Well, the exact date, we want you to save the date now, is Saturday, April 26th.
So it is a little ways away, but we're doing that for a reason. Save the date.
Save the date.
Those little magnets
we started
and
our
send
Save the Date campaign.
Do the little magnets that like weddings send, and then you put it on your...
Oh, yeah, we'll go put the flyers on
exactly.
cars or something like that.
Oh, we don't have to go that far, but definitely check that out. Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great time. Yeah, Saturday, April 26th. We're still kicking around a couple locations, but we'll get that information out as soon as we know it.
Absolutely. And then secondly, the YCTV. I know Ed and the other guest that was on last time talked about YCTV, and I understand you guys had your first kickoff kind of episode?
Oh, absolutely. The first show aired on February 1st, and it kicked off great. Well received, everybody, great reviews. The kids did an amazing job with the help of our PAO office and the interns that work over at Camp Humphreys.
And YCTV, for someone listening, they have no idea what that stands for. What does YCTV stand for?
YCTV stands for Youth Center Television.
There you go. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty much kind of kids produced for the most part television.
It's kids produced. It's an opportunity for them to highlight what they're doing at the youth center. It's an opportunity to show the Garrison what happens at Camp Humphreys. They're not doing just youth center stuff. We're showing career corners. We have interviews with other people throughout the installation. An opportunity to let people know who's living on our base, what people do, and just getting a good vibe out there.
It sounds like a lot of fun. When I was a kid, there was a show on TV called Kids Incorporated, and it was kind of like song and dancey, and I'm a nerd, so I like that sort of stuff. But it was kind of a similar thing. They were like produced for kids, by kids, something kids was kind of their plug line, but it kind of reminds me of that.
That's exactly what it is. It's the kids producing the segments. They're the ones doing the interviews. They're the ones going out on location. Over to the firehouse.
So is this something that is kind of like hush-hush, closed off, not anyone else can get involved with it? Are you looking for people to get involved with it, or how's that work?
Everything we do, we want more and more and more and more people involved. And
more,
YCTV is no different.
America, excess.
Especially now that the show has come out. I think a lot of people have seen it. It's on YouTube at youtube.com/USAG Humphreys. It's on the Command Channel, Channel 3. A lot of people have viewed it already. So yes, if you are a teenager in grades 6 through 12 at Camp Humphreys and you want to be involved, come on up and see me. We'll get you involved. You got to
get involved with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, they didn't have that when I was a kid, and I would have jumped at the opportunity.
It's their chance to be a star.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I do want to thank you coming on to this show. Talked about some great stuff for the youth to get involved with at Camp Humphreys. But is there anything we missed today? Anything else we need to plug or any shout-outs at all?
No, just, for the latest information on the Youth Center, go to our Facebook page, Facebook Humphreys CYSS Teen. You'll see latest schedules, information. We put pictures up all the time, what the kids are doing. You'll see all our field trips and things up there.
Just get involved with the community, truthfully.
Yep. We're not hard to find.
Don't just sit in your barracks or your home or wherever. It'll make your tour, wherever you are, Republic or elsewhere, it'll make it that much more enjoyable.
Yep, and if you want to be involved and there's something we're not doing, all you got to do is come and let me know, and we'll make it happen.
Very cool.
We always ask, why not?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jared Barrick, for coming on. I really appreciate coming on the show.